everyone, welcome to the ImagineCrafts YouTube channel. My name is Lynn, or LV Handcrafted here on YouTube, and today I am going to show you how to do a little bit of double embossing. I'm starting off with a panel that's cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I've generously covered it with some VersaMark Watermark ink. It's a clear sticky ink, so you don't have to rush this process because you'll have some time to try to get this panel covered in embossing powder. So I've got some icy blue embossing powder here. It's gorgeous. It's a more plain one, meaning it doesn't have any glitter in it, but I'll show you what we can do to kind of take this up a notch once we have this embossed panel done. So be sure to knock off any excess back into the original pouch because you can still use that. This doesn't take a lot of embossing powder. And with my heat gun, I've gone ahead and melted the powder. And I just wanted a little bit fuller coverage, so I did that whole thing a second time. Now, this is going to actually be my third layer. So I've just swiped across the embossed panel with some more VersaMark ink. And now I'm covering the panel with iridescent emboss powder. This is amazing, amazing stuff. So it has a clear base. Be sure that you're using the iridescent and not the iridescent opaque, because iridescent opaque actually has a white base to it, and that's just going to cover all of that lovely icy blue that we embossed. But here, now I'm going to heat this again, and this time I'm going to use the lower setting on my heat gun, and I'm going to hold my heat gun a little bit further away just to let this melt very gradually, because I don't want to overheat and remelt the embossed panel below this, because I want that glitter to stay on top and just have this beautiful sheen over top. And I love the kind of that mottled look, where there's some layers that are a little bit darker, some that are a little bit lighter. And that iridescent layer all of a sudden turns this into a glitter iridescent embossed panel. And it has that lovely shiny enamel finish as well. So now I am just going to die cut right into this panel. I've chosen a die that is a huge sentiment. It takes up nearly the entire USA2 card front, which I think is perfect because, especially for a technique like this, it really does let the custom cardstock that we've created, it lets that be the start of the card, because I'm not going to actually add too much else to this card. But after I've popped out all the letters, I'm going to save this panel for two reasons. First, I'm going to use it as a template to place the positive letters back in. That way I get the spacing absolutely perfect as it was originally designed on the die. And so that helps you to kind of get everything lined up perfectly, especially if your original panel is the exact same size as your card front. Then it makes it really easy to line up. One tip that I have for you, though, is if you are using a liquid adhesive, I'm using the On Point adhesive from ImagineCrafts, and sometimes a liquid adhesive can ooze out from below the letters, so just be careful to lift that template every once in a while. Make sure you're not gluing that bit down as well. And here you can see all I'm going to do is just add this really adorable small stamped and colored image. This card is probably going to go to my nephew, so I think he'll love this little character. But with that panel that we cut into, save that, because you can actually use that on a second card and get a little bit of a 2-for-1 with this technique. The other tip I have is that I used the Mboss Iridescent powder. This technique would work really well with the Mboss Sparkle Powder as well. It's a little bit more glittery. I think it has a little bit more of a silver glitter mixed in with the hollow glitter, but it also has a clear base, so it's perfect for going over top any colored surface and not changing the color, just adding that sparkle and shine. Here's a final close-up look at my card. Look at that gorgeous glitter and the holographic, all those different sparkles and the different colors come through. I hope you enjoyed this card today. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, and sharing. And until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.